Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with another Blaugrana Podcast. I know you guys have missed this show, guys. We're very, very sorry, guys. We haven't done a Blaugrana Podcast in literally like 2 weeks, man. My guy, Barça boy, he's been very, very busy. You know what I mean, right? You know, a lot of personal stuff, right? But we are back. Right,
I'm playing on Arujo. I got the issues. I can't.
Yeah, man. Listen. Private stuff, man. A lot of private stuff happening. Right, my guy was doing his thing. You know, at the end of the day, for sometimes things outside of football kind of get in the way. But we are back, and you guys knew we were gonna return, and we are here. And this is the best time to come in. But before we come in, of course, I have to introduce him, man, like Barça boy, my co-host of the Blaugrana Podcast. What's going on, Hafid?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Barcelona are looking up a little bit now after the shit we had to go through the past few months.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost at the end of the year. When it's New Year, that's when, time to grind. That's when shit goes down. We got the World Cup in 6 months, too. We just had the draw. So feelings at the moment are positive, and all the teams that I hate are doing really badly right now, which is good. So
yeah, beautiful.
Can't really complain too much.
we have not had this type of happiness this season so far, have we? I mean, injuries, poor form, you know what I mean? Like literally been embarrassed in certain games, the highlights, manager frustrations. We've had it all in the past few months. But I feel like we deserve this, man, because I'm not gonna lie, man. The amount of shit that I have had to deal with from a lot of these Madridistas, right? And also, like you mentioned, man, like injuries, frustrations, manager frustrations. I feel like now, right, things are looking up. Players are back. We've seen an up form in, upward trajectory. I feel like the manager has not frustrated me enough, even though I feel like sometimes, you kind of see the snippets of the things that we were frustrating us in the past, right? I did see a little bit of that. And obviously, it's not all amazing, but I will say this. You know what was amazing? This weekend. This weekend was probably the best weekend in football for Barca fans, bro. We had to watch our team win. We had to watch Messi win his first trophy, Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba. And shout outs to those two, right? Obviously, two Barcelona legends, right? Finishing on a high. Both of them retired literally this past weekend, winning the MLS Cup. Right? Congratulations. Obviously, my guy, Hafid. Are you a Toronto or Vancouver fan?
I'm Toronto, but
okay, so you were over the moon.
I was into Miami. I'm into Miami over Toronto as well. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, so listen, man. What an amazing game. I actually watched the game. I did a reaction on my channel about it, and yeah, what a game, bro. It was actually a pretty good game. Very good game.
Yeah, I watched the whole game. I thought Vancouver were gonna win it because they're absolutely destroying Miami in that first 20 minutes of the second half. And then a little bit of Messi magic. The ball slips in behind. I generally thought I watched the second half, hit the post twice. I'm thinking they're actually going to lose this. I can't deal with the backlash. But they started off quite well. I thought Messi was quite quiet. Then he came with 2 assists. No Suarez in the game too, which I was surprised.
Yeah.
Jordi Alba's last touch of a football professionally was to Messi. Busquets hit the last ball of the game. It was all poetic. But good evening. And Messi now has conquered America officially. It's won all the trophies.
Right. Listen, and also can we just mention, man, 2 years. It took him a year. It took him 2 years to conquer this league. I know a certain someone who is still looking for his first trophy out in Saudi.
I know, crazy.
Man. Hey, listen.
My God, this season, I think they're I think they're top right now.
I mean, they're top, bro. They're on the verge of winning the league over there. But listen,
they're top by 5 points. Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. If they put to the league, I'm just saying, man, the conversation is going to be insane, bro. So. Ronaldo, please, bro, for your sake.
Sorry, Indigo, we gotta do this for the culture. Love you though.
For the culture, right?
Love you though.
But yeah, I mean, great. Congratulations to Inter Miami, right? Congratulations to them. But just when we think our weekend couldn't just get any better, then Sunday hit, and then, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday it hit like crack. Watching that Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo game. And obviously, we're going to talk about those games. I'm not going to go into detail about that. We'll go into detail about that later. Just know we will go in on Real Madrid. But let's start with Barcelona. Because this is the Blaugrana Podcast. This is about Barcelona. We don't care about those teams on the other side of town. They can deal with their own problems.
We don't even care about Miami. We care about Inter Miami because of Barcelona.
Exactly, bro. It is what it is, right? Because we have Barca legends over there. So that's why we're talking about them. But now we'll talk about the club that is relevant. Top of the table, lonely at the top. right? Like a lot of these Madrid teams, it is truly lonely at the top, 4 points clear. So let's get into it. Saturday, we went. I thought we were going to the Villa Marin, but we actually went to the Olympic Stadium in. I don't know what's going on. I think they're renovating their stadium.
Yeah, they're renovating the Benito Villa Marin. So they started the year at the La Cartuja. I didn't even know until I was watching the highlights of match day 1, and they were at that stadium. I said, "What?" So I googled Benito Villa Marin, like, "Oh, it's under construction." Like, oh, okay. So everyone's it's the time now in football to renovate your stadium, especially if they're
especially in
built in the late 90s. Yeah. But the
exactly,
game was interesting, man. I remember when I think overall Barcelona played a really good game. I think it's one of our better games of the season. Not saying it's peak champagne, fantastic football, but it was some of the best.
It was amazing until the last 5 minutes. Let's be honest, bro. The football in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, like even when we conceded and when Anthony scored, I was confused because I thought he was onside, offside, and Koundé yet again his trailing disgusting leg keeping all these men onside, but. I didn't feel that dunk. I'm like, we're playing well. We look good. Still a lot of time left. Then Ferran Torres hat-trick, and we're absolutely cruising. Yep. I thought the performance was exquisite. I think the Lamine Yamal project and the test in the number 10 was a pass. Him and Pedri in that midfield were absolutely disgusting. I thought Roony looked fantastic as well. Why hasn't he played in the last 5 games? 0 minutes for him in the last 5 games. Don't forget.
Yes, exactly. For him to come out like this, incredible.
Yeah. Ferran showing why he perfects his role. Again, when
he loves playing against Betis, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, he loves against Betis. But with Ferran, I see a lot of people saying, oh, he has to start. This is Ferran Torres' job. Come in here and there and mainly on the bench, and this is where he thrives. I really hope he doesn't start tomorrow as a recording against Eintracht Frankfurt because he shouldn't. Yes, he scored a hat-trick on form. Maybe he should be starting, but that is not his role. I think Jordan Martin is going a lot at left center back. I like what I'm seeing there. I think our fullbacks still look a bit meaty. Kubarsi look good, but not under pressure in the last 10 minutes. Eric Garcia makes it consistent. Yes, again, it was a really, really solid display. Like you mentioned, the football we were playing, the midfield connections, awesome transitions. I thought Bernal's cameo off the bench was fantastic as well. Overall, it was a solid day, especially after now seeing Madrid drop points. The win feels that much sweeter. But even going into this weekend, you just beat Atletico Madrid. You have to keep the momentum and confidence going. Betis away is difficult. Last season, we didn't beat them in the league.
Drew both games.
Yeah, I think the Betis were the only team that Flick has not beaten in La Liga that he's faced off.
Actually, I think he did in the Copa del Rey.
In La Liga specifically.
So in La Liga, yes.
Specifically, yeah. So I thought overall it was very, very solid. And again, hopefully we can just go from this, especially until the Christmas break.
No, absolutely. I mean, look, I'm gonna be very honest with you, man. I had to eat my words. I had to eat a humble pie in that game. Because here's the thing: before we even started, when I saw that lineup, bro, Hero hated the hell out of that team. When I saw Roony Bardghji starting and I saw Yamal in the 10, I was like, you know what? I wanted to see Yamal in the 10, so I agree with that. But Ferran Torres in the starting 11, once again, I was like, nah, man, nah, I'm sorry. I just don't trust him, bro, in the starting 11. I do trust him on the bench. I just don't trust him as a starting player, right? He played a very, very good team, Rashford, right, in the game. Rafinha got a full rest in this game. I know people were saying that
him and Lua, yeah.
And I was so happy about that, right? Midfield, right? Good midfield, right? Very, very good midfield. I'm gonna be very real. I was not confident going into the game because also I feel like a lot of people need to understand. If you look at our Betis form coming into this game, they were in good form. They had just beaten Sevilla at the Ramon is it the Sanchez Pizjuan? Is that the name of their stadium? Yeah. Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, right? They just beat them over there, right? We lost 4-1 over there. So that's a derby.
So we have not won a game since beating us, man.
I know, bro. They put all their eggs in that Barça basket, bro. Ever since they beat us, bro, their form has just fallen off a cliff. But it is what it is. The curse of beating Barcelona, I guess. They can hold that. But yeah, at the end of the day, Real Betis were in good form. Right? They had every right to be confident. They did well, took the lead, but fair play, because I didn't realize, because this is the thing, I remember, was it 2 seasons ago when we played them at the Villa Marin, we beat them 4-2. Ferran Torres actually scored a hat-trick in that game too, right? So this is the second time he's scored a hat-trick against Real Betis, and he played very, very well, right? He played very well. First, literally, right, the reaction from the team, we reacted very quickly to going a goal down, right? We equalized, and then before we even had a chance to even celebrate the equalizer, it was already 2-1. Shout out to Roony Bardghji. Like you mentioned, he hasn't participated in the last 4 games, right? He could have been very rusty. But brother, that is how you make an impact. That's how you basically put yourself in the picture in the eyes of the manager. Because you haven't played in 4 games. Now the manager is going to say, oh shit, wow, 4 games without performing, without playing a game, and this is how you play? Yeah, I need to see more of this kid. And this is what we wanted to see from Roony, right? Because we bought him for very cheap, but he was a highly rated player. And I was really excited. I was like, listen, I hope that he breaks out this season. Because if he does, listen, at the end of the day, we're going to be cooking, right? At the end of the day, he's already got more GA than a man like Franco at Real Madrid, who cost 65. So just saying, it is what it is. But yeah, at the end of the day, Roony Bardghji, shout outs to him. Goal and an assist. Wow, incredible performance. Shout outs to Pedri as well, right? Pedri, 2 assists in this game. Eric Garcia played in the midfield alongside Pedri, started, right? Mm-hmm. And both of them came off, I think, right? I think Pedri came off for, was it Bernal? He came off.
Yeah, but then Eric Garcia went to left back and then he came off for the.
And then, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I'm sorry. My mind is so foggy right now. But
no worries.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Pedri, 2 assists in the game, right? Bro, the passing from this guy, this is what I mean, honestly. Happened when they tried to bring the conversation of Pedri and any Madrid midfielder. I'm like, bro, name one Madrid midfielder that is making those passes, bro. Name one. You can't name them, bro. There's no midfielder that they have there that can do half of what Pedri can do in the midfield. And look at the impact. Look at the changes in the squad since this brother has returned back in the squad. That game against Alaves, look at the passes he was making in that game. Good Lord Almighty. Like even the game against Atletico. That goal for Rafinha, bruh. I'm just sitting there watching this game like, bro, I miss Pedri, bro. Every time people look at Pedri's GA, I'm like, bro, this is the things that GA never show you. Look at these passing. He's making the pass to the assist. You know in NBA, when you do the pass to the assist, like, bro, imagine the pass to the assist was a stat. This guy's stats would be insane because he is the one that usually makes the pass that usually gets assist or the pre-assist. Like, that's the incredible thing about him, right? And also, shout outs to Gerard Martin, right? Gerard Martin, I'm gonna be very real. My guy is probably one of the best experiments that Flick has done in this team this season by far. Moving him from left back to center back. 2 games, Atletico Madrid and Real Betis, he's looked like our best defender.
Yeah.
Most definitely, right? And that was good to see. Eric Garcia, I don't know why this guy keeps persisting with Koundé. I'm going to talk about Koundé next. But second half, right? That first half, honestly, bro, that first half really reminded me, Hafed, of first halves of last season. This is exactly how we were dominating teams when we were on it. 2-3 goals ahead before the end of halftime. That's how good we were. I was like, bro, I'm seeing the shades of last season in this game. Like, let's play the same next in the second half. Second half, we slow down a lot, right? In the second half. But we got a penalty, which I'm gonna be real. Don't think it was a penalty. I think at the end of the day, LaLiga referees, man, they're joking this league.
I think they said it was a penalty because his hand was already in an unnatural position before it hit his hands. That's what the referee was saying on the audio. If you listen to, I don't know if you saw the audio of the referees talking during the game. And the VAR was saying that, yeah, since his hand is already up before Rashford shot the ball, that's why they thought it was a penalty, which makes sense. I know it sucks that it hit Bartra's leg first, but when your hand's that high and it's blocking a shot that's on target as well, I can see why it's given. I can see why you think so as well. I think it's very much a 50-50.
Doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
The rule was handball in the box, no matter what. It's a penalty. It comes off your leg, your balls, your butt, whatever it may be, right? But then I'm seeing other ones, clear handballs are not given. Remember the Copa del Rey final last season when Valverde slid into block Ferran Torres' shot? He used his hand as a stabilizer, and the ball clearly hit his hand where the shot was going on goal. They didn't even review it, let alone check for a penalty. So that's what I thought the rule is. But I understand what your point is that since it hit a body part, then it hit his hand, it shouldn't be a penalty, which I agree with. But what VR says that since his hand is already all the way up here, it blocks the shot that's on target, even despite it hitting its leg. It's a clear handball because his hand's in an unnatural position, which it was. But if they don't give it,
was in an unnatural position. That I agree with that.
I was surprised that I think Pellegrini said this after the game, which is a good point. I was surprised that no players screened for it. Like Rashford didn't say anything. Lamine, Roony, whoever's on the pitch. No one said, "Hey, ref handball."
Because they saw that it hit his thigh first.
I'm sure
when they saw that it hit his thigh first, they thought, okay, well, because here's the thing: we've seen multiple games where those are not giving us a pen. When it hits one side of the body before the hand, it's usually not giving us a pen. No matter where the hand is, whether the hand is in a non-natural position or not. And this is where I feel like the officiating makes no sense, because when you tell us that if it hits another body than the arm, then it's not a penalty, and then at the same time tell us, well, if the hand is in an unnatural position, even if it hits the other side of the body and it hits the hand, it's going to count as a pen. It's like, at the end of the day, I feel like that just confuses people, because what do you call unnatural in certain people's eyes? Some people might say, oh, well, is this putting us? Is this unnatural? Is this unnatural? You know what I mean, right? You can always interpret it in different ways. I feel like they need to make the rules simple. You understand what I mean, right? Whether if it's hit the body, then the hand is not a penalty, then it's not a penalty. Whether it's in an unnatural position or not. Because here's the thing: let's say his hand wasn't in a natural position and he didn't hit his thigh. That ball might have gone past him even if his hand was in an unnatural position and still went in. You understand what I mean, right? So in that case, then a foul wouldn't have been given because it didn't hit his hand. You understand what I mean, right? Even though his hand was clearly in an unnatural position, right?
Yeah.
But since it hit his thigh than his hand, it doesn't make any sense to me because it's already hit his thigh. So even if the hand is in an unnatural position, it still shouldn't count. That's why I feel like we need to always keep it 100. If we're gonna look at if that happened in a Madrid game, we would all be having meltdowns. Let's be clear here. A lot of Barca fans, we would all be having meltdowns because we'll be like, how is that giving us a pen? Because trust me, I've seen Madrid giving a lot of penalties which I've been calling out how bad they are. So if I see one penalty that I think is bad for my team, I have to call it out. I can't be a hypocrite about it. But in the end, the penalty was given, unfortunately, for Betis, but it was given. Yamal step up, takes the penalty and scores. I'm like, bro, at this point, Lewandowski, you're finished, bro. I'm sorry. In your life, my guy, you're finished, bro. Yamal is a better penalty taker than you. Rafinha is a better penalty.
I disagree, but I disagree with that. But I do agree with that. Lewandowski should be taken off. He can't miss 2 out of 3 this season. 2 big moments as well. Sevilla.
3 penalties. He's only scored 1. Not good enough.
But the 2 that he missed is the key thing. Against Atletico, we were 1-1, so it could have been the penalty to score the winning goal. Against Sevilla, I think we were 2-1 down, so if we scored that, we would tie 2-2.
Yes.
These are important penalties. They're not like, we're losing 5-1 or winning 5-1, he misses it. These are important penalties to get us back into games, and he missed it. And of the 2 penalties that he missed, we lost one game and won the other. So
no, absolutely. And at the end of the day, 5-1. And we're thinking, listen, we're cruising. I mean, we were cruising for most of that game. But, yeah, man, at the end of the day, that goal we conceded, I'm sorry, man. Kobashi, bro. Honestly, I know you like this guy, but, brother, this guy, he frustrates the absolute daylights out of me. And it's not even his fault. Because I'm just like, you know what it is, right? This kid is playing like a young defender. So when I look at a young defender playing like a young defender, I'm like, bro, I can't blame the kid. He's learning in the job. He's learning in the job. So people can sit there and say, oh, Kobashi is a bum, this and this and this. I'm sorry, I don't think he is. I just think that he's learning in the job, and he's probably going to learn. And once he gets used to it, he'll become great. But right now, this is not good for his confidence. Because I'm sorry, look at that goal. The way, I'm sorry, man. Even if you don't have experience, I'm sorry, man. The way this guy bullied you off that ball was too easy, man. You put no effort to clear that ball, to put yourself out there. You understand what I mean, right? We shouldn't be considering a goal like that in my eyes, right? Kobashi. And then the third goal, Koundé, bro. I'm just sick and tired of this guy. Honestly, I'm tired. I am exhausted, bro. I am so sick and tired. Dude, this guy has played 2 games. 2 games. I've seen this brother play 2 games in the last week, 2 weeks alone. And he's cost us. In the game against Chelsea, bro. Garnacho, bro. You're getting cooked by Garnacho. That pissed me off. And then in the game like Betis, where we were comfortable, bro. That was such a reckless tackle, bro. I'm like, you didn't need to do that. It was such an unnecessary tackle to make in the box. I'm like, bro. I don't want you in the lineup, and you're just giving me more reason to not want you in the lineup.
I've said in my video that I've never seen a player drop off at Barcelona and Koundé. I've seen shit players play for Barcelona. that don't even come close to what we're seeing from Jules Koundé, obviously. But from a player that was so high up in terms of, can you think of one? I didn't want to include like the old players, like PK, Busquets, and Iniesta, whatever, because they're old. They're dropping because of age, not because they're idiots like Koundé. Like I was thinking, the best that I thought it was maybe like Arda Turan. I remember he was good. Then he dropped off quite a bit.
But he never picked up at Barcelona.
Yeah, but like. That's like what Koundé is doing is criminal. I think, to be honest, I think the only bright side is that he's starting because we don't have players in the midfield.
But Garcia is playing well at right back, though. We've seen him play multiple times at right back. Eric Garcia.
Oh yes, but the issue is we need Eric Garcia in the midfield right now. That's why. I mean, Bernal, he doesn't want to play Casado. Frankie's
why? Why? I know Casado has not been great, but.
If Flick thinks I'd rather have Koundé right back and Eric Garcia in the midfield than Eric Garcia right back and Casado in the midfield, which I can understand, because Eric Garcia provides you more than Casado, and Koundé is I think Koundé at right back from Flick's perspective is a better option than Casado in midfield, because you lose a lot of things with Casado in the midfield. You get a little bit with Koundé. The drop off from Eric Garcia is a little bit lower, but it's more manageable. But right. I think once players start to come back, Frankie playing more on a consistent basis, hopefully Bernal will get more minutes as well. Hopefully we'll see Koundé push away. I wouldn't even mind trying Casado at right back. That's how anyone but Koundé. Koundé needs to be dropped and not played unless we have to, because he does not deserve
He needs to
play.
Wake up. Yeah, he needs to be benched until
I have not seen a player this shit from who was, the second, he was the best right back in the world.
But we were talking about him being the best right back in the
world
March
last season. And he became the second best right back in the world at the end of the season. And now I wouldn't even put him top 20.
Bro, I haven't seen, if you look at fall-offs, Barcelona, Koundé's fall-off needs to be studied. How can you go from being one of the best right backs in the world in one season and have it? Like, I've seen drop-offs, but there has never been a drop-off like this in my lifetime. I'm like, bro, you've gone from being the best to arguably one of the worst right backs in Europe this season so quickly. Like, it's been that bad. And yeah, and for me, I feel like he needs to be dropped until he kind of wakes up. Because it's not just for Barcelona. Even when I see him playing for France, he's been bad for them. I'm like, bro, I don't know what's going on with this dude. I don't know what's happened to this dude, but he needs, I don't know what's going on with him. But listen, at the end of the day, 5-3, it was an unnecessary 2 goals we considered in the end. But we won. At the end of the day, we did our thing, right? Yeah. And 3 points in the bag. So we were just sitting there like, okay, cool. We did our job in the weekend. And look, I feel like if you look at Barca's run during this, bro, we've already played Atletico Madrid, Atletico Bilbao, and now we play Betis. And we've won. We still have Villarreal and Espanyol coming. Bro, our run in this, because Real Betis, by the way, they were 6th, I think 5th in the table when we played them. So we are literally playing teams that are literally in and around the title, or basically fighting for something this season. So we're playing very tough teams. And when you look on the other side, which is where we're going to go to, Real Madrid, who just lost to Celta Vigo. I mean, look, man, it's crazy how things can change in 2 weeks, Hafed.
I know.
2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks ago, when we came back from the international break, we were 5 points behind these guys. 5 points. And within 2 weeks, we're 4 points clear. We haven't even just surpassed them in the league. We've actually went, bro. These guys, it's like it's like the Sevilla thing where they put all of their eggs in the Madrid in the Barca basket, won that El Clasico, and then basically just packed it in after that. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, bro. Like ever since they beat us, they have not been the same. Just like that. Yesterday against Celta Vigo at the Bernabeu of all places, in your own ends. And they lost 2-0. And this is the funny thing. You're gonna look at that game and you're gonna think, but Omar, they were down to 9 men. Well, Clay, you weren't watching the game. Let me tell you, because I watched the game. Real Madrid were getting battered pillar to post in that first half. And in the second half, they paid for it when they conceded early in the second half. And then all of a sudden, after they conceded the first goal, that's when they lost their heads. And it's crazy. This is just Madrid, isn't it? Because remember, like, bro, how many times have we seen Madrid this season when they lose their heads? It's like, bro, it's so ridiculous. And it was so entertaining, man. Like, They just self-destructed after they went down to that when they conceded, when they went down. They went down to 10 men. Frank Garcia, bro, with I'm like, bro, you already on a yellow, you make a tackle like that. You saw my guy. Alonso was just sitting there sweating. I'm like, bro, I don't blame him. This guy's job is on the line. He actually is relying on these guys, to keep him in a job. Right? And then these guys, and the crazy thing is, man, once again, Jude Bellingham, ghost. Vinicius actually was trying, but he was also dreadful. Mbappe, bro, it's crazy, Hafed, how one-man team these guys are. You remember when they used to laugh at us when we were being called Messi dependence here? You remember back then, right? They used to laugh at us. Bro, this is Mbappe dependency if I've ever seen one.
Oh
you do realize, Hafed, right? Mbappe has only failed to score in 3 league games this season, and in those 3 games, Madrid failed to win 2 of those games. And yesterday was the 4th game where he didn't score and they didn't win. That's how dependent they are at Kylian Mbappe. When Mbappe scores, they win. That's how dependent they are on him. And good Lord Almighty, man, they lost their heads. Carreras, I don't know, bro. These guys went over the referee.
Every single one of their cars too were deserved.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? Because here's the thing. We all know what the Madrid fans. This is the funny thing. I wasn't surprised. After the end of the game, Madrid TV do what they do best and just scream Negrera at the top of their lungs. I'm like sitting there just drinking my drink. I'm like, yeah, man, Negrera for life. It is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, you guys, we all know accountability. Real Madrid accountability don't go hand in hand. It's like oil and water. You can't just take responsibility and be like, listen, man, at the end of the day, you guys have been dreadful, right? I've been saying this to Madrid fans for so long. I'm like, bro, you guys are so shit without Kylian Mbappe. When Kylian Mbappe is knocked off, you guys are finished. And now you're seeing it. But yeah.
It's not even that. It's like Xabi Alonso now is going back to Ancelotti's old formation and old tactic to try and get results now. That's how bad it is.
Damn.
I think even Vinicius hasn't been that great. I think the one game that he played well this season was El Clasico, unfortunately. I think he has, since El Clasico, Vinicius has 2 GA, 2 assists. And the both assists came in the same game against Olympiacos. So technically...
And that's in the Champions League, so does that even count?
So in like his last 8 or 9 games, he has 2 GA. The whole entire team is just at an absolute poor level now. Militao is injured. Ferran Garcia, Alvaro Carrillo suspended. Trent's out for 2 months. Carvajal's going to be out for another month or so. It's looking a bit peak for them. Apparently, if Xabi doesn't win against City, then he's going to get sacked. And
I heard that too.
And you know what that means? That means that everyone already is thinking, everyone already wants the manager to be sacked. When a manager reaches that point where, he has to win this game to save his job, which I think, which also Arne slots in with Liverpool. It's destined and it's written for them to be sacked at some point. I personally think that Xabi Alonso will be sacked after the Super Cup. I think he'll either lose to Atletico Madrid, the semifinal, or us in the final, and he'll get the sack after that. I feel like if he gets to February, it'll be quite surprising because all the Madrid fans are already, not all of them, but there is a strong core of Madrid fans against Alonso. So, like, they got cooked at the Bernabeu. This is the first game of the Bernabeu in like a month because they had like 6 away games. The 6 away games, I think, apart from Liverpool, the rest were in Madrid. Like Rayo Vallecano were in Madrid. Getafe, they're all like Madrid-based teams. They didn't have to travel too much, but my God, for that being your first game back and putting on a performance like that, it is crazy. But shout out Celta, shout out Mariba, Mingueza.
And listen, man, our Barca players turned up in this game. Can we talk about it?
Yeah,
Mariba was cooking that midfield. I'm gonna be very real. I'm looking at Mariba. I'm like, bro. It's like, bro. Is that 2020 Mariba I'm looking at right now? Like, bro, he was absolutely incredible in that game. What a performance from him, right? He absolutely dominated. He literally controlled like Bellingham, Guller, Chouameni, bro. They could not handle him. Like he was just running everything, orchestrating everything. Shout outs to Marcos Alonso in the back. He was also doing his thing in the back, right? So many players like Oscar Mingueza, absolutely pocket. Like, bro, he was having a good game against Vinny. I know Vinny was trying his best. Vinny was doing what he does best, trying to find a penalty when they don't, we all know when Madrid can't get a goal, they got to always run it back. Default settings, right? Penalty help avoid the Real Madrid. We already know, right? At the end of the day, it didn't work because this referee actually had balls. Shout out to the referee. I'm not going to lie. This referee was actually one of the best referees I've seen manage against Real Madrid. He didn't let the pressure of being at the Bernabeu get to him. He didn't let them try to get on his face. Like you could see they were trying to intimidate him, right? You could see Rodrigo, Vinicius, Mbappe, even Courtois. They were literally walking to his face and he was giving them cards. giving everybody cards. He sent off Hendrik from the bench. When Hendrik was trying to stand up and talk to the official, he's like, nah, get out of here. Right? Alonso was stepping off his dugout, yellow card for him. I liked that, bro. I'm sorry. They're going to cry about it in Madrid TV. I don't care. If I'm the referee, don't care, bro. I don't care. At the end of the day, bro, this referee's got to have this. They got to have that energy.
Like, what I was going to say is that a lot of the decisions the referee made, I don't think were controversial at all. Like, Ferran Garcia, 2 yellows were red, both were yellows. Carias got a yellow. They started saying the referee, your shit, got a red. Bellingham came on when the referee said don't come on, so that's a yellow. Xabi Alonso, I don't know what he did. Hendrik came off the bench.
Yeah, he came off his dugout because he was like losing it and he was just like shouting.
Okay, and that was only a yellow, I think. I don't think yellow card. Yeah.
Also, by the way, he was talking to the official, by the way. He fought official. He went off on the official. That's why he got a yellow card.
Hendrik came off the bench onto the field running and screaming his head, so he got a red card. Valverde and Rodrigo both got yellow cards, so they're both screaming face to face and spitting at the referee with their words, obviously, probably calling them shit or something like that. Like, I'm so confused into what world, and I think Lamine Yamal said it best a month ago. This quote, for me, is the most accurate. It's the most accurate, and it's the greatest quote, one of, if not the greatest quote I've ever seen in my life. Mm-hmm. He was asked, do Real Madrid cheat? And he said, yes, they cheat, and then they complain. That's what they always do. So either they cheat, or they cheat, but they still end up complaining. This is what happens to them. You have Carvajal who won't shut up. I would sign up to box Carvajal tonight for free. Oh my god. This guy needs his ass beaten. Really, ball. It's not even top 10 Spain right back of all time. Out of my face. And Vinicius is just out of this world. He's such a big mouth. And people tell me why he didn't win the Ballon d'Or as well. It's crazy.
You know what? Don't get me started on him.
Tell me why the referee was bad, because in the end the referee made the decisions that I don't even think were controversial. Even some 50-50s, which you could argue either way. It's astounding how I could not believe they got cooked in their own backyard.
Bro, they are so entitled, man. That's the problem.
And all they do is, and I was quite disappointed in Xabi Alonso as well.
But we're used to this, because remember when we beat them last season, because we beat them 4 times. Every single time we were beating them, you could see they were getting more and more. Bro, they were just like, remember the Super Cup? When we scored that late winner and you saw Rudiger was trying to attack the referee, I'm like, bro, this is how entitled these guys are. They cannot just take an L with grace. They have to be the worst losers on earth. And that's the thing with Madrid. And this is the thing. That reaction from them did not surprise me. When I saw the referee get that first red card, I said, brother, Madrid TV have already got their statement. We already know, bro. I was like, yo, I'm just waiting. I've gone to Twitter. I've checked Madrid zone. These guys, they're doing the same thing, bro. They're not going to look at their players and say, yo, Fran Garcia was an idiot. Why would Carreras provoke the referee when you're already on a yellow card, when you already know referees give cards for talking back at them? You already know that. This is a rule. Everybody knows that. Players get yellow card for confronting the referee. Why would you say that? That's just you asking to be sent off. And at the end of the day, the referee did the right thing. So they can cry about it, they can bitch about it, they can moan about it. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Madrid got exactly what they deserved. And look, I'm looking at all the rest of their games. They have to play Betis later on. And the funny thing is, I know we battered Betis, but we also battered Celta Vigo too.
But we Betis side as well. No Isco, no Bellerin. I think they missed someone else. No Celso. Like...
but still, we battered. Remember, we battered Celta Vigo. We beat them 4-2 at their background. At their home ground, and with the Lewandowski hat trick. So at the end of the day, for me, right, I feel like the Betis game could still be a tough game for them, considering how they play right now. If they don't book their ideas, unless maybe Alonso gets sacked, and this game against City for them, it's gonna be definitely one. But listen, let's close out quickly with the Champions League game, right? Obviously, today, we're doing this game. This will be out on Tuesday. So today, we're playing against Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, I watched Eintracht Frankfurt this weekend, and they got absolutely piped by Leipzig. And I was like, brother, we have to win. I am not hearing no excuses, nothing. We rotated the squad this past weekend, so I'm expecting a very, very strong lineup in this game. And bro, Frankfurt have been getting absolutely destroyed in the Champions League against the big teams. So I'm like, bro, run it back. Let's give them a big win. Let's get a big win. Let's get a confident win because we need to perform in the Champions League. I'm not confident of winning the Champions League, but I still want to perform in it. I still want to see my team win. You got to be in it to win it. So go out there and just play football and try to win us games. Give us something to believe in. Anything. Because right now, bro, in the Champions League, I have no belief. I'm just sitting there just vibing. I'm like, all right, well, let's see how far we can take this. You understand what I mean? But what do you think about this game against Frankfurt?
Like you mentioned, that's a game that we should be winning. Again, we're quite behind in the table. We're currently right now in the playoff position where we want to get at least top 8. We only have 9 points left to fight for, which would bring us 16th. I think right now Arsenal are top on 15. So getting top 8, we're gonna need results go our way. The thing is, we played 5 games and we've dropped points in 3 games. Yep. So we dropped points against Club Brugge, PSG, Chelsea, only beating Olympiacos and Newcastle. And it's been a minute since we actually won a game because we actually drew and lost our last 2 games. So it's a big game for Barcelona. First game, Champions League game at the Camp Nou as well.
Yes, sir.
And we gotta go 9 for 9 in our next 3 games in the Champions League to have any chance of finishing top 8. Because that's right now what the objective is. I really don't want to be playing those extra games. So that for me is what is the main priority.
Yeah, for sure. For me, I feel like we need to get a big win because, after our last Champions League game, these guys, we deserve it. They deserve to perform, right? And I'm going to go for a big win. I think that, you know what, I wouldn't be surprised if Rafinha returns, Lewandowski returns, right? Yamal, all of these guys. Firmino is back, by the way, and we saw him in the game against Betis, so that's good, right? I did that we just lost Dani Olmo. At least, we won't have to worry about, who's going to be in the 10. And even though I think Yamal played well there, and I'd like to see more of him maybe in the 10 in the future. You understand what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like us to go strong and get the win, right? I'm going to go like 5-0. I genuinely would not be surprised if we beat them like 5 or 6-1, something crazy like that in this game. Because it's like the Olympiacos game. I can see something similar in this game where we can just absolutely battle. It's like you mentioned, it's first game at the Camp Nou. The stadium is going to be absolutely rocking because it's the first European game in the Camp Nou. I feel like we're going to get a big win for me. What do you think?
I'm going to go with a nice, cool 3-0. Get some goals, nice little clean sheet at the Camp Nou, clean sheet for Joel Garcia. We get our goal. I expect Foot to go fairly strong in this game because it's probably more important than Osasuna. I think we play Osasuna on the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, Osasuna at home. Are we Osasuna?
We're at home. We're at home. So
Osasuna away from home are absolutely garbage. I wouldn't. I absolutely am not worried about Osasuna.
Yeah, and there's 3 games now before the Christmas break. You have Frankfurt, Osasuna back to back. So I think we have a couple of the red game actually in between somewhere. So we'll have to wait and see where we
I think in January, isn't it? Isn't that early January?
No. We have Eintracht Frankfurt tomorrow. You have Osasuna on the weekend, and then you have in the middle of the week you have the Ray game, the draw will probably happen this Thursday, and then you have Villarreal on the weekend, then Christmas break. So we have 4 games to go.
Okay. Listen, man, we'll see, man. We'll see. And listen, at the end of the day, Barcelona continue the good run. And listen, man, we'll see, man. Let's hope that this week is as good as it was last week. Last week was great. Continue the good week this week. But yeah, man. But listen, man, big up to my guy Barça Boy every single time. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Barça Boy's channel, guys. You already know, man. He's my co-host, guys. Next stream, guys, next video will be on Barça Boy's channel, and it's gonna be on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Right? We will be back on Friday for the preview of the LaLiga game, the Osasuna games. We're gonna talk about, just a mini preview of that. Right? So make sure you guys go and subscribe to Barça Boy's channel, guys. Right? As always, man. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been yet another episode of the Blaugrana Podcast with Omar Talks Football and Barça Boy. Big up to every single one of you guys. Peace. Take care. Vesca Barça.